The Intel Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU is a server-class processor that was released in Q3 2014 as part of the Haswell-EP architecture. It is a low-cost option for businesses that require reliable, high-performance computing power for their data center or enterprise applications. We'll take a deep dive into the specifications of the Intel Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU architecture. The Intel Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU is based on the Haswell-EP architecture, which was the successor to the Ivy Bridge EP architecture. Haswell-EP was designed with a focus on energy efficiency and performance improvements over the previous generation. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU only has 6 cores and 6 threads. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU also features support for Intel's Advanced Vector Extensions 2, AVX2, instruction set, which is designed to improve performance in vector and floating point operations. Processor speed. The Intel Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU has a base clock speed of 1.6 GHz. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU also has a thermal design power, TDP, of 85 watts, which is a measure of the amount of power the CPU requires to operate. Memory. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU supports DDR4 memory with a maximum speed of 1600 MHz. It can support up to 4 memory channels and a maximum of 768 GB of memory. Memory channels are used to increase the bandwidth between the CPU and the memory, which can improve overall system performance. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU also supports CCC memory, which is designed to detect and correct errors in memory operations, improving system stability and reliability. Cache. The Intel Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU has a total of 16.5 MB of cache memory. This is broken down into 15 MB of L3 cache and 1.5 MB of L2 cache. Cache memory is used to store frequently accessed data and instructions, allowing the CPU to access them more quickly than if it had to retrieve them from system memory. PCI Express. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU supports up to 40 PCI Express 3.0 lanes. These lanes can be used to connect peripheral devices such as network cards, storage controllers, and graphics cards. PCI Express 3.0 is the third generation of the PCI Express standard, and it provides higher bandwidth and faster data transfer rates than the previous generations. Virtualization. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU includes support for Intel's virtualization technology, VTX, which allows multiple virtual machines to run on a single physical machine. This can be useful for businesses that need to run multiple applications or operating systems on a single server. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU also supports Intel's virtualization technology for directed I/O, VTD, which allows virtual machines to access the underlying physical hardware directly, improving performance and reducing latency. Advanced Encryption Standard. New instructions. ICE-NI. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU also includes support for Intel's Advanced Encryption Standard. New instructions, ICE-NI. ICE-NI is a set of instructions that accelerates the ICE encryption and decryption operations that are used in many security applications. With ICE-NI, the Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU can perform ICE encryption and decryption up to 6 times faster than without this feature. Intel Quick Path Interconnect, QPI. The Xeon E5-2603 v3 CPU uses Intel's Quick Path Interconnect, QPI, to connect to other processors in a multiprocessor system. QPI is a high-speed interconnect technology that provides low latency and high bandwidth communication between processors. This can improve overall system performance in multiprocessor systems. Intel Data Direct I/O, DDIO. The Xeon E5-2603v3 CPU also includes support for Intel's Data Direct I/O (DDIO) technology. DIO allows network devices to write directly to the processor cache, bypassing system memory. This can reduce latency and improve overall system performance in high-bandwidth networking applications. Intel Node Manager. The Xeon E5-2603v3 CPU also includes support for Intel's Node Manager technology. Node Manager allows administrators to monitor and manage the power consumption of individual nodes in a data center or cloud environment. This can help reduce energy costs and improve overall system efficiency. Overall, the Intel Xeon E5-2603v3 CPU is a reliable and high-performance processor that is well suited for businesses that require powerful computing power for their data center or enterprise applications. With features such as ISNE, HTT, QPI, Turbo Boost, DIO, and Node Manager, the Xeon E5-2603v3 CPU provides a wide range of capabilities that can improve overall system performance, reliability, and efficiency.